Yeah, they're the signs of digital. That's kind of where my mind is right now. It's really big change. We'll see how it goes. If you would,
This his bar and grill. He might just work there. He just stop making it.
Versus 8 through 14. Roughly in the second year. 2, 1 through 5.
Like little packages and stands.
Lord hold Romans 15 through.
Yep. Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem,
next double honor to our apostles and elders here from the Millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect. All right, being at St. Louis, Kansas City here. Okay, and yet again to bring you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans the gospel of Yahushua. Okay, tell you other nations that you'll be going into slavery real soon. All right, and that this place, aka USA, Babylon the Great, that is, will be destroyed. All right? For all you Israelites out there, don't repent. You're going to be destroyed along with them. Okay? Now, the Lord, through His grace and His mercy, has sent prophets back to warn you of the destruction that's coming. Okay? As He did in ancient days, so has He done likewise in today. Okay? There's an awful period that's coming, near and at the door, okay? Closer than what you even believe, all right? Because this government, along with this world system and people that run it, are going to start this biometric digital ID for the whole world, not just for Babylon, but for the whole world, okay? So, I got a short little article here for notifications that is from one of the government websites, and it says biometric and digital ID solutions for TSA pre-check members, okay? It goes on to say, you can go there and read it for yourself. I'm not gonna read the whole thing, but just to give you an idea of basically what's gonna happen in your free world, as they call it, all right? It reads, as TSA continues to integrate new technologies for a faster, easier travel experience, we've collaborated on several innovative digital ID initiatives which work in place of a physical ID or boarding pass. Be sure to follow the steps to set up and activate your selected digital identification solution before your trip, so it's ready to present at the TSA checkpoint. Look for your preferred airline or device maker below to find out more. It goes on, it says option in. So right now, it's going to be an option for you because this is a test pilot that they're running across the country throughout the airports. Okay? It goes on to say, opt in at select airports to participate in the TSA pre-check. Touchless identity solution program during check-in with participating airlines. So you got certain airlines that participate in this pilot program. You know, once Esau starts doing something, he slowly brings it in, and then eventually, this is the only way you're going to be able to do it. Okay? So going on further, it says, store your participator preference TSA checkpoint KTN and passport number in the airline's mobile app. By opting in, your identity can be verified without presenting a physical ID, a bag drop, a security checkpoint, and at the boarding gates. Okay? So you'll have to have it on your phone downloaded as an app. Okay? So all this is culminating and going into what? They're going to make sure that you have your birth certificate, your social security card, your passport, and your driver's license, all on an ID, right? A digital ID.
And your wallet.
Right, that's what they're calling it. Temporarily, they're calling it a wallet. But eventually, you know what that means. Okay? All right? So anyway, I took a look at that because a brother sent something in the chat and it just made me real curious, so I went to go read up on it to see what it's about, right? It says TSA currently accepts the limited testing and evaluation process Delta Airlines biometric facial identification, Maryland State issued mobile driver's license and identification cards in Google Wallet. GET mobile driver's license and the following states issued mobile driver's license and identification cards in Apple Wallet at the airports below. It goes on to list the airports. Okay, so with that being said, you are now in a different age. Right? This is a different day and age. No more paper anything. Okay? All right? So with that, we jump into the first script. Mother this is from the official website, United States government.
That's what the heading is.
Just put in biometric digital identification.
So this is Ecclesiastes chapter 1. It says,
yeah, you can start there.
It says, the words of the preacher, the son of David, king in Jerusalem. Vanity of vanity, said the preacher. Vanity of vanity, all is vanity.
That's right. Now, the Lord has sent preachers, okay, which is the point of this scripture for us today, all right, to remind you, all right, through the Spirit, that the Spirit of the Lord will quicken you. So he sent men back to preach to you, okay, in this day and time, all right.
Verse 12, it says, I, the preacher, was king over Israel and Jerusalem, and I gave my heart to seek and to search out by wisdom concerning all things that are done under heaven. This sore travail hath Yahweh given to the sons of man to be exercised therewith. I have seen all the works that are done under the sun, and behold, all is vanity and vexation of spirit.
So the point being that Solomon, king of Jerusalem, okay, is a preacher. Right? That's what we're trying to establish right now. Right? Follow along. All right. Go back to
it. It says, I, the preacher, was king over Israel and Jerusalem. Verse 13. And I gave my heart to seek and to search out by wisdom concerning all things that are done under heaven. This sore Yahweh given to the sons of men to be exercised therewith. I have seen all the works that are done under heaven, and behold, all is vanity and vexation of spirit. That which is crooked cannot be made straight, and that which is wanting cannot be numbered. I commune with mine own heart, saying, Lo, I am come to great estate, and have gotten more wisdom than all they that have been before me in Jerusalem.
But anyway, the point is that, again, preachers are sent, all right, to this nation. Okay? All right, to preach the gospel. Whether you hear it or whether you forbear it, right? Whether you believe it or you don't. Okay?
We good. No, thank you. This is Romans 10 and 13, and it reads, For whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. Then, how then shall they call on him whom they have not believed? How shall they believe in him whom they have not heard? And how shall they hear without a preacher?
That's right. So how will they hear without a preacher? That means men have to be sent, okay, to teach you, all right?
Verse 15, And how shall they preach except they be sent? As it is written, How beautiful are the feet of them that preach the gospel of peace, and bring glad tidings of good things. But they have not all obeyed the gospel. For Isaiah said, Lord, who hath believed our report? So then faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of Yahweh. But I say, have they not heard? Yes, verily, their sound went into all the earth, and their words unto the ends of the world. But I said, did not Israel know? First Moses said, I will provoke you to jealousy. By them there are no people, and by a foolish nation will I anger you. But Isaiah is very bold and said, I was found in them that saw me not. And not after me. But to Israel he said, all the day long have I stretched forth my hands unto a disobedient and gainsaying people.
That's right. So we're looking at these men who will come back to speak, those who are also considered not a people, okay? Which are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right? Okay? So this is your chance and your opportunity, all right? And eventually the door is going to close, okay? All right?
Especially in that precept where it said the voice went out through the ends of the earth, that's through the internet. So even though we here in St. Louis, hey, people got access across the world right now. People can hear us in Japan if they really wanted to.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, and that's why the prophecy states, when this doctrine be a teaching to the ends of the world, then the end shall come. The end shall come.
That's right. So here you have it. We have camps all around the earth. Okay? All around the earth. So basically you without excuse. Okay?
This is Hebrews chapter 1, verse 1. The Most High, who at sundry times and in diverse manners spake in time past unto the fathers by the prophets. It say, hath in these last days spoken unto us by his Son, whom he hath appointed heir of all things, by whom also he made the world. Oh, well, that's what it says. The Most High spoke to the prophets, man. We're just going into this yesterday at camp in Kansas City. The Most High, his voice is way too holy for you simple blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans to hear it. So what he does, he puts the words, that he wants us to speak through the Rakan Kodash, and then he puts those words in our mouths, and we let it be known unto you, whether you believe it or not.
And if I can add on that, hey, Israel wanted to talk to Yahweh Shah. But hey, when the Lord tried to talk to you, Jakes, man, you're like, oh, hell no. Right. Oh, yeah, Moses, hey, you talk to him. Yeah. So, hey, so the Lord, he ain't finna keep repeating himself, and he ain't finna keep doing the same thing that's not working, man.
That's right. This is Mark 1:14. This is Mark chapter 1, verse 14. It says, now after that John was put in prison, Yahushua came into Galilee, preaching the gospel of the kingdom of the Most High, and saying, the time is fulfilled, and the kingdom of the Most High is at hand. Repent ye and believe the gospel.
That's right. So, what does that say? Yahushua came preaching. Okay? All the prophets preached. Okay? All right? The kingdom is at hand right now. All right? Though it started way back there when he began to preach. He started his ministry. Okay? We're even closer to the end now.
That's right.
So that's why you see more men of the Lord waking up, standing upon their feet. Okay? And the breath is in them now. See? Okay.
This is the book of 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 1. I exhort, therefore, that first of all, supplications, prayer, intercessions, and giving of thanks be made for all men, for kings, and for all that are in authority, that we may lead a quiet and peaceful life in all godliness and honesty. For this is good and acceptable in the sight of Yahweh our Savior, who will have all men to be saved and to come unto the knowledge of truth.
That's right. So coming to the knowledge of truth, but all men being saved, it's not talking about everybody on the planet. Okay? It's talking about Israel.
Verse 5, for there is one power and one mediator between Yahweh and men, the man Mashiach Yahushua, gave himself a ransom for all to be testified in due time. Whereunto I am ordained a preacher and an apostle. I speak the truth in Mashiach and lie not.
That's right. Paul's a preacher, in case you didn't know. Okay?
A teacher of the Gentiles in faith and verity. Verse 8, I will therefore that men pray everywhere, lifting up holy hands without wrath and doubting.
That's right. So we don't doubt the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Okay? We praise him openly. That's why we out here on the street corners now. Okay? Alright? Understanding that the Lord again, once again, is sent for preachers to preach to you. Okay?
It's the book of Isaiah chapter 30, verse 20. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner any more, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers.
So in any given town across America, we just using America. We got brothers, as we go through this almost every week, we got brothers in Germany, brothers in Italy, okay, Mexico, all over the earth, okay? All right?
This is 2 Ezra 15 and verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ear of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, but they are faithful and true. Fear not the imagination against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. You know, behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. You know, so like the Lord into was saying, we're not up here to be fearful of you people, man. We're here to tell you what thus said the Lord, and you either hear it or forbear it, or you see it for your judgment, man. You know? Because, if I may add too, the Lord said he's going to judge the world. And we know that the Lord is a just power. So how can he judge us rightfully if he didn't give us a guideline and rules and regulations on which we're going to be judged, right?
This is Exodus 20 and 18. That's the land back of what I said earlier. It says, and all the people saw the thunderings and the lightnings and the noise of the trumpet and the mountain smoking. And when the people saw it, they removed and stood afar off. And they said unto Moses, speak thou with us, and we will hear, but let not Yahweh speak with us, lest we die. Alright, so yeah, so that's what you Jake said, man.
Yeah.
Right? And now all of a sudden in the year 2023, alright, you got all these Jakes saying, oh yeah, I need a sign. I need the Lord to come show me this and show me that. And the Lord was there. You saw the chariot in the sky, you saw all the miracles, you saw what he did to the Egyptians, you saw the plagues, you seen the Red Sea spread, water come out the rock. That's right. And guess what? You still didn't believe. So I mean, so like how much more do the Lord has to show you people?
Right.
That's right. Alright, so yeah, like the Lord gave you heavenly bread. Alright? And then after that, yeah, it was the manna and the quail. And then like the next morning the Lord said, hey, don't eat it, else it'll be an abomination to you. Right. And go ahead, you're right. And hey, and what did you niggas do? Ate it anyway. Like damn. Like you just can't follow simple instructions, man. No, that's what the Lord, hey, he gotta get rid of you, man.
That's right.
Chapter 9 and verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest parts of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that at the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes, uproars of people in the world, then shalt thou understand that the Most High spake of those things for the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like all that is made in the world, that has the beginning, the end, and the end is made manifest. Right? The Lord is letting it be known, like, hey, measure thou the time diligently within yourself. Because we're seeing all these things happening in the world. These are steps to the world ending, okay? Of Esau's world ending, okay? And the end is being manifest before our very eyes.
Right. Right.
That's right. Second Timothy. This is 2 Timothy chapter 1, starting at verse 8. The reason it says, be not thou therefore ashamed of the testimony of our Lord Yahweh, nor of me his prisoner, but be thou partaker of the afflictions of the gospel, according to the power of Yahweh, who has saved us and called us with a mighty calling, not according to our own works, but according to his own purpose and grace, which was given us in the Mashiach Yahushua before the world began. But it is now made manifest by the appearing of our Savior Yahushua Mashiach, who had abolished death and has brought light and immortality to light, through the gospel, whereunto I am appointed a preacher and an apostle and a teacher of the Gentiles, for the cause I have also suffered these things. Nevertheless, I am not ashamed, for I know who I have believed, and am persuaded that he is able to keep them which I have committed unto him against that day. So Paul again reiterated the point that he's a preacher, okay? He's here to preach this word to those who are considered Gentiles in his time, okay? Just as what the men are doing today, all right? Preaching to you Gentiles, all right? Here, you call yourself an American, okay? All right, Negroes, Latinos, the Native Americans, West Indians, okay? All right? Those are bywords that you're known by. Okay? All right? But you are the stock of Israel. That's right. All right? Okay? Number one people on the planet, might I add. Okay? Even though you can't see them. All right? We really don't care about your 2/3. We're talking about getting this word out, right? So that the elect is activated. spirit quickens them when they hear this word. All right? And the rest of you, well, you just slated for destruction. Okay?
This is 1 Corinthians 1, verse 20. Where is the wise? Where is the scribe? Where is the disputer of this world? Have not Yahweh made foolishness the wisdom of this world? For after that, in wisdom of Yahweh, the world by wisdom knew not Yahweh. It pleased Yahweh. Maybe temporary. If not, we know the problem. It says, maybe temporary. Maybe practice. Sure it's temporary, but
It's coming from there, right?
it's gonna pass.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Brothers and sisters, hold on out there. All right? Try to let this pass.
require a sign, and the Greeks seek after wisdom. But we preach Yahushua crucified, unto the Jews a stumbling block, and to the Greeks foolishness. But unto them which are called, both Jews and Greeks, Yahushua the power of Yahweh, the wisdom of Yahweh, because the foolishness of Yahweh is wiser than men, and the weakness of Yahweh is stronger than men. For ye see your calling, brethren, how that not many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble are called. But Yahweh hath chosen foolish things of the world to confound the wise. And Yahweh hath chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things that are mighty.
Right. But not every brother got a, college degree. Some brothers didn't even finish high school. But those men, by knowing the truth, you become more on the level than somebody who went and got those accolades.
Wisdom of this world is foolishness.
So we see the prison of the spirit, okay, of Yahweh in our time, these things that we see are considered foolish to those of the world. Just like, for instance, we're in this little rainstorm, okay?
Yeah, we got it.
And people will look at us and call us fools. All right? So we're going to move over.
Wind ain't no joke.
That just shows you these young brothers shit.
Yeah, I gotta get that.
Strong like a good brother. Somebody left a bottle blender.
Yeah, that's mine.
It's still wrong, so I'm just gonna speak. So you know, like the brother was mentioning, not everybody's gonna be the best speaker, the best. We can pull that back. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, not every brother's gonna be the best speaker. Not everybody's gonna have a college degree, whatever you want to say. You know, and that's what we glorify Yahweh Shah, because we was given this not of works, you know, but just strictly off faith. And we didn't have to go spend money or anything like that, go meet the top scholars or anything like that, because they're coming from on high, right?
And then there are those of us in the truth who maybe have a profession that required it when we were in the world, okay? But that's not something that we rely on because we have the truth, see? And this is more precious than anything in the world, see?
I have a precept for that.
God.
All right. It says, this is Galatians chapter 3, verse 2. It says, "The only what I learn of you, receive ye the Spirit by the works of the law, or by hearing of faith?" Exactly. So we receive the Spirit by hearing of faith, and the brothers already read Romans chapter 10, where it says there's going to be a preacher that's going to teach you, and then you believe it by faith, and that's what justifies you before the Lord, and that's when the Spirit comes into you. So I read again. It says, "This only what I learn of you, receive ye the Spirit by the works of the law, or by hearing of faith." Yeah. So that's how we got it, you know.
You had the old second Peter 2. Salaki, for a minute. Okay.
Let that cloud go.
Okay. This is 2 Peter 2, starting at the first, 2 Peter 2, starting at the first verse. It says, "There were false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you, who privily shall bring in damnable heresies, even denying the Lord that brought them, and bring themselves swift destruction. And many shall follow their pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be the way of truth shall be spoken of. And through covetousness shall they with free words make merchandise of you, whose judgment now for a long time lingereth not, and their damnation slumbereth not. For I, God, separate not the angels that sin, but cast them down to hell, and deliver them into chains of darkness to be reserved unto judgment. And spared not the old world, but saved Noah, the eighth person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of ungodly.
That's right. So, again, reiterating the point, now you have Noah, who is what? Described and known as a preacher in his world in that time. Okay, that world has vanished away. Okay, now secondly in that, you hear about the false teachers and the false preachers, false prophets. That's what you have still yet again today in some, first of all, in the Christian church, okay, all right, and all these other various different religions, and then you got those who are just straight up niggas in Israel, okay, all right, point blank, that's all it is, okay, and they're not keeping you abreast of the things that are coming upon this place, okay, because you got several of them that tell you can do all kind of wickedness.
Yeah, sex on the Sabbath.
Right, there you go. That's one of them.
And you got like these IUIC cats are saying, yeah, I keep the law, but he got dreads.
Line up.
Yeah, line up. You know, and that's things of the world, man.
And that's a false, pernicious way. Okay, it's teaching you wrong. See? All right. So you can't say that Babylon the Great's got another 50 years. You know, oh, this place is, you know, we'll be here another 50 years. You don't know that, right? And by the way that it looks, no, it looked like it shouldn't be here another 50 minutes.
Yeah, the sign is saying that they don't got that long.
Right. You know?
Right.
Prophecy saying that.
So, you listening to these jackleg preachers and what have you, you're going to get caught out there. Brother, sorry, did I give you something? Okay, you would.
The book of Romans chapter 15 and verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
That's right, and that's where our patience and our hope is in these scriptures, okay? All right, because whatever the world has, we done with that, okay? All right, there's no use of you investing, all right, in a place that's going down the tubes. I mean, it's circling the drain as we speak.
That's right.
You know, I mean, fuck a 401k and
Social Security.
yeah, you know, you're gonna get your retirement and all this kind of shit. Hey, look, just like we at the onset of camp, you know, we mentioned, okay, this biometric ID shit that's here, okay? If you are on retirement and you're not working, you get a Social Security and a pension. Guess what you're gonna have to do in order to keep getting it? All right, you're gonna have to take that MOTB.
The sea hippie.
You know, you're not gonna get around that. But those of us, we find peace, we find comfort in the scriptures, okay? That our Lord, our Hashem Yahushua is going to take care of us.
That's right.
Okay? All right? Let me ask you.
Precept. This is Isaiah 32, starting at the 6th verse. It says, for the vile person would speak villainly, and his heart worketh iniquity, to practice hypocrisy, and to utter error against the Lord Yahweh, to make empty the souls of the hungry, and he will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail. Okay? So these foolish people gonna talk foolish. Pass the pork chop, you know, Sergeant Waters, okay? The TD Fakes, all them. They're gonna speak foolishly, okay? And they hurt people, okay?
Can you read that again?
So, for the vile person will speak villainy, and his heart will work iniquity, to practice hypocrisy, and to utter error against the Lord Yahweh, to make empty.
This is describing the inner thoughts of the so-called white man. It's saying the vile person will speak villainly. Keep going on.
Okay, and And to utter error against the Lord Yahweh.
Right, to utter error. He's going to put a RFID hip in your head and say, now you have to call me God. Now I dictate what you eat, drink, and when you get paid, man.
Right.
To make empty the souls of the hungry, and he will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail.
To make empty the souls of the hungry, man, because it's nothing with this so-called white man to just starve out the hood, man. And he won't think anything about it. He'll shut down every little corner store you niggas like, every bullshit ass Save-A-Lot, every bullshit ass Aldi's. That'll get shut down, and he'll say, the only way you want to eat is you got to come to me. And he won't have a problem with you Jakes dying of thirst, man, dying of hunger.
Then spiritually, now you take that damn mark, okay? You don't know this devil, he gonna take, hey, no more preaching on the street, right? Then comes the family of the word to be sitting, right? So he got you hook, line, and sinker. That motherfucker gonna control your food, your drink, your rent, your payments, your medical care, okay?
Not to mention your emotions and your
Kind. Because you're gonna be all jacked up, and you're gonna be looking for the men of the Lord to preach to you, and you ain't gonna be able to find it.
That's right.
All right?
It's like it, bro. Like, you gonna feel like Saul when the Lord departed from him.
Kind.
You know, and you gonna seek after all these different divinations and other guys.
Right.
And shit, and even they ain't gonna answer that preaching. You know? Because the Lord, he controls good and evil.
I got a little bit more on that.
I was gonna say, like, you know, this devil already finna get that carbon footprint into more of a stricter way. You know, he already gonna be on some, like, you know, wherever you cook, you know, basically you can't have this many steaks. You know, you can't drive your car this far. You know, that's why they're trying to make all the cars electric, because they want to control every single thing. This devil wants to have control over every single thing you do. That's why this devil wants to be like a god. Okay, you know.
Never brothers want we
Yeah.
All right, you wanna move back now?
Sure.
All right. All right, y'all, hold on, brothers and sisters. Here we come.
Hey, you know,
bear with us. Setting up on the ad, there was why you saying that there was a guy who covered an article about Amazon Prime shutting off this guy's smartphone, shutting off his Amazon account and his smartphone, and the smartphone contained a bunch of Amazon products. Then after he did the video, he found out that they shut off his Amazon account just because he did the video. It shows you that Amazon is watching. They call Big Brother. Right. He's watching. And if you do something or say something that they don't like, they'll shut you off. You got these people who so dependent on, I wouldn't get a smartphone anyway, that's just stupid. Yeah. They're so dependent on their electronics, their gadgets, and these companies like Amazon, you know, all these big tech companies. They come in and control what you say, how you think. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the world we in now. You know, and you see, you know, these people are ripe for the slaughter. Because just like, what is this? So-called 4th of July weekend. Motherfuckers is traveling all over the place. Yeah, like it ain't no thing. Okay? From my understanding, I heard from somebody who said they travel this weekend, okay? And the damn rental cars, places are out of cars. because the people got to drive because there ain't enough pilots.
Yeah.
Okay?
All the damn Airbnbs.
Yeah. Everything is booked up. There's no cars, there's no hotel rooms, there's no flights. See? And they just slowly putting in that bottleneck. Eventually they're going to choke you into the position that they want you to be in. What they want you to be in, right? No more freedom of choice, no more traveling openly the way you used to, right?
Revelation 12:12, it says, this devil basically came down like a great dragon. He came down with that great wrath. All this devil is doing, because he's like a serpent, okay? All he is doing is coiling around his prey, okay? Thinking you have the freedom, but once you think you're going to have that freedom, he's going to tighten the squeeze up on you. That's why the brother said you ain't going to be able to travel. You ain't going to be able to do this, because when the anaconda chokes out his prey, can it move? No. The more it moves, the more it squeezes. Okay? It squeezes the air, so that's what the devil's going to do. He's going to make you to the point where he's going to make you rely on him. Okay? And a lot of you Israelites out here don't have no damn faith, man.
That's right.
No faith. So that's why the Lord said in 2 Ezra 15, those that are unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness, man. That's right. So y'all get trapped in the anaconda. Meanwhile, the elect don't flee from it, man.
And then remember, as a testament to how close we are, yesterday was July 1st. So they are already behind the scenes implementing that Fed Now system.
Fed Now system, all right? So we'll see how things pop off on Monday morning, tomorrow.
You already, if I may add, got people complaining about Cash App.
Right.
Certain of these apps that you transfer money, their money getting stuck or they can't move money in, right. You know, so it's just a matter of time.
Right, see, we coming into these awful times now. There ain't gonna be no more skinning and grinning and sucking them fucking eggs and, you know what I mean? You ain't gonna be getting around here, you know, skating out. Everything is all right. Okay?
I got to appreciate
I just wanted to finish off this Isaiah 32. Isaiah 32 and verse 7, it says, the instrument also of the churl are evil. He devises wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speaketh right. Okay? So these devices that Esau Edom come up with are evil, right? And they're wicked to destroy who? The Israelites, right? Even when we're trying to do right, he's still trying to destroy it. Okay? So that's all I had on that.
That Charles is a villainous man. Okay? Wicked.
Show you how diabolical Esau is. And his feast to defeat and destroy Israel, he don't care about catching his own people up in the dust too, man.
Yeah.
You know, he don't care about destroying his own people just as long as he get Israel.
Right. That's why you gotta hope you.
God. You know, so this man doesn't care about the lowly of his own. All right? You have to think about it. How the hell can, let's say 1,000 of these motherfuckers in the WEF, right? World Economic Forum, how can they tell 9 billion other people on the planet what they gonna do for them or what they gonna do to them? You know what I mean? I mean, that takes some motherfucking balls right there. To sit back and say, well, it's a handful of us and we gonna control the whole planet. See? So you look at Jake just motoring on down in his life, okay? All right, going to the damn fried chicken place, all right? See, not paying attention.
Who get the pick when the incubator was choosing the best?
You know what I'm saying? And going to punch in on the job and punch out.
Yeah.
Okay, you go home, you sit in front of the TV or your computer.
Right, rub the old lady's seat.
Right. And your kids, they don't even speak to you. They're sitting at the dinner table looking at their phone. If they sit down at the dinner table with you. Okay? Because you can go out to a place and eat, and you see a family of 6, and ain't nobody talking. They all looking at their phone.
Yeah. TikToks.
Yeah.
Look at this video, Mom.
Yeah.
See the pictures of the food.
You know, see, but see, they conditioned you all to believe in their devices that they made, that you're unawares as to what's going on right in front of your face.
That's right.
Okay? Not to mention the other fucking sorcery they got going on with this LBGQT at plus sign, because they done added 12 more letters to it. Okay? All right? And they preaching this, what, to your kids in school, bringing drag queens, okay, to your school, to your kids' school.
That slogan, we coming for your children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How is they not, like...
Right, yeah, right. Like, how are they not in jail?
Yeah.
You know? And which we already knew that this was a part of the agenda anyway. Is like they was trying to classify a pedophile as a sexual orientation. They call them what? Acronym MAP, a minor attracted person.
Yeah.
Like no, like no, man. And which we know, a little girl becomes a woman when she gets her period. You know, but here it is. They trying to call the men of Great Millstone rapists like Brother Polite, which in judgment was upon that nigga. Shit. Right. I'm all like, nigga, you the one that was talking about some. Oh yeah, you wouldn't rape a 14-year-old girl. Ain't that's what you did?
Right. Now you look.
Right. Hey, that's how you know that this truth is real, and how much Shah got a sense of humor. Because hey, shit, now ain't that ironic? Like everybody was agreeing with you. Yeah. And now look at you. Now you're gonna go to jail to the missiles drop, nigga.
Go ahead, bro.
Did you have one first?
I mean, you can get it. I'll go after.
Because I'm holding two. I'm holding. Okay. This is Romans chapter 3 and verse 4. Matter of fact, let me go up a little. This is Romans chapter 3 and verse 3. But what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of Yahweh without effect? Yahweh forbid. Yea, let Yahweh be true, but every man a liar, as it is written, that thou mightest be justified. That thou mightest be justified in thy sayings, and mightest overcome when thou art judged. You know, all the people coming up against the words of the Heavenly Father, what they be found out to be liars, man. They be found out to be, condemned, man. You know, and like the brother said, the guy, pro-life or no life, he was, taken by his own, accusations, man.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. You know, like his own breaking fist upon his own head, and he tried to dish it out, and hey, look what happened to him, man.
Yeah. This is Proverbs chapter 4, verse 10. Hear, O my son, and receive my sayings, and the years of thy life shall be many. I have taught thee in the way of wisdom. I have led thee in right paths. And the thing is, the way that's happening right now is, as we got earlier, men preaching. Men telling you what it is, man. You don't just wake up and decide, I want to stop eating pork. You don't wake up and just say, you know what, I don't want to smoke weed no more. I actually want to keep the Shabbat. No. A man has to tell you these things. A man also has to tell you the reason why you should do those things. If you tell Jake, oh, you need to stop smoking weed, they gonna say why? What for? If I need to stop eating pork, what for? We here to give you the breakdown, man. To say, hear my son, and receive my sayings, and the years of thy life shall be many. I have taught thee in the way of wisdom. I have led thee in the right paths. When thou goest, thy steps shall not be straitened. When thou runnest, thou shalt not stumble. Take hold fast of instruction. Let her not go. Keep her, for she is thy life. To say, enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil men. Because when you follow those paths of life, you're never going to come across, the path of the wicked. Obviously, the wicked, they can affect our day-to-day. You can get a ticket. You know what I'm saying? You can get evicted. You get kicked out of your house for doing the truth. But at the end of the day, if we be the elect, we're not gonna end up like these people, man. End of the day, if we be the elect, we're not gonna end up being thermonuclear missile food. We say Proverbs 4 verse 14, enter not into the path of the wicked and go not in the way of evil men. Avoid it, pass not by it, turn from it and pass away. For they sleep not except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. You see, the so-called white man is not sleeping until he gets a micro-seed, in as many of you blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans as he can, man.
That's right.
And July's going to be a big wake-up for a lot of you Israelites. I was hoping to do it in June. Y'all know why, but hey, July is just as good. This is Isaiah chapter 3, verse 1, and this is the New King James Version. It says, for behold, the Lord of hosts, takes away from Jerusalem and Judah the stock and the store, the whole supply of bread and the whole supply of water. The Lord takes away from Jerusalem the whole supply of bread, the whole supply of water, meaning things just like when you watch the book of Eli, he was explaining the old world to the chick. He said, we threw away things we fought for today. It's going to be a squeeze where you're going to be holding on to a lot of things, and their freedom to just come and go and buy and sell and get rid of is going to come down to a ration. So your way of thinking is, we make fun of people in third world countries all the time, but your way of thinking is going to be the same as over there, which is, scarcity, rationing, the things that you fear the most in the movies is going to come to your life.
Yep, that's right. And that's like what the brother mentioned a little while ago about the carbon footprint. Okay? Because they're eventually, once they get control of everybody's bank accounts, and they got your checking account number and your banking account, because if you ever file any taxes, you got a return, okay, in the last 10 years, and it went what? Directly into your bank account. So they know where your bank account is. All right? So when they come and they see that, oh, you've been driving too much, they're going to tax you.
Right.
Oh, you bought 14 chickens this month. When you went to the grocery store. That's too much. We think you eat too much.
Yeah, God.
And you can see that even in the products that you get. I remember as a kid, now I ain't gonna date myself, but a Snickers bar used to be about that big for a quarter. Right? Right? So now you look at a Snickers bar and it's this big for $1. Okay? So they've decided, you know what? You're getting too much candy. I don't want you to have that candy. I want you to pay more for what I'm gonna get. I'm gonna give you less for more.
Yep, that's right. Yep.
Okay?
That's across the board.
Like,
that's right.
Ain't like when you buy a bag of chips, it's what, 75% air, 25% chips.
And they tell you, oh, that's so that the chips don't get crushed during shipping. Nah, motherfucker, you cheating me.
Right.
Let me worry about my crushed up chips.
Hey, that's like it. Hey, even with the cars, like even though it's better technology in the cars, all right, like the quality of it's bad. Like for example, a damn Nissan GTR, they got fucking styrofoam in the damn
Right.
like in the damn bumper. You're telling us something, oh yeah, it saves weight. Oh, I know, man, it saves money. Because you're making a top end car less. And right. And sometimes like the quality of everything is going down. Like, even women, man.
Right, earth is weak.
Like, yeah, the quality of women is going down. So like that's why these hoes they try to up the price on it. But nah, they like, hell nah. Like what am I getting? So I pretty soon it's gonna be what? Hyperinflation. Like everything gonna crash. Alright? And so like when everything crashed, because people not gonna be able to afford it, like the scripture said, they shall be in good case, because victuals shall be cheap upon the earth. Then they gonna go and buy everything up, then it's gonna be nothing. Alright?
That's more.
This is Revelation chapter 6. Read the NLT version. Right? Verse 6, it says, and I heard a voice from among the 4 living beings say, a loaf of wheat bread or 3 loaves of barley will cost a day's pay. And don't waste the olive oil and wine. So there's more prophecy that things are going to change, man. Like I said, the third world countries is going to happen in our lifetime over here in the Source Mountain.
You had something?
I had Ezekiel 4:16, kind of the same that he brought out, but this is Ezekiel chapter 4 verse 16. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, behold, I will break the staff of bread in Jerusalem, and they shall eat bread by weight and with care, and they shall drink water by measure and with astonishment. Right? So basically going into, you know, like how we eating whatever we want right now, we got the leisure of buying as much food as we want, going to buffets and everything like that. Well, pretty soon, you know, we're gonna be like, all right, man, hey, look, you had enough chicken, right? You ate one piece of a chicken, and you're like, all right, man, you had enough. Let that sit. We're gonna eat that tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be eating our food with measure and with care. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not gonna be as abundant as it is today.
Right. You still got a few places out there. I can't think of it. Over the corral, what's a buffet?
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah, you used to have all kind of buffets. Now you're down to just a couple of places that allow you to pay one price where you can eat to your guts buzz. Okay? All right, but that's going away. That's gonna go away.
Yeah, it ain't no Ponderosa. I remember Ryan's.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Ryan's, yep.
Shoney's. Yeah, what's
Shoney's.
Shoney's.
Speaking of chicken, they approved the bill for lab-grown chicken.
Right.
So they slowly phase and feed you guys chemicals.
Right. And which we know they've been giving us lab-grown chicken. All right. It's just now they just telling you what they do.
Right. And they're growing it without the whole body. Let's just grow some breast this much. Okay. And that's what they're gonna grow. Let's grow some chicken breasts. Okay. And that's what they're gonna grow. So they're growing it without the whole body.
Are they growing it like cancer cells?
Stem cells.
Yeah, stem cells from a chicken or an egg. Okay? Alright? You can't tell me this motherfucking Esau is not the fucking devil. You can't tell me that he's not.
That's right.
Alright? You have a piece of
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 18. And it says, are you? I mean, you get that.
I know. Now you got it.
This is in 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, and the beginning of wars and power shall stand in fear. The beginnings of evils, and what shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague and tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Behold, victuals shall be good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. Even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, great confusion.
Yeah, that's it. The beginning of great trouble. Can you read that again?
Nah, it says the beginnings of sorrows, great mournings, the beginnings of famine and great death.
Beginning of sorrows and great mournings, famines and great death, man. When Jacob's trouble get kicked off, we can assume that a lot of y'all just don't get killed in the first 3 months. Y'all don't have no survival skills. Everybody thinks about themselves, and you so used to this comfortable life here in America, man.
Shit, hey, 3 months, shit, the first 3 days.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. We overestimated that.
We gave you Jason too much mercy on that.
3 days.
Too much credit.
Right.
As soon as the water stopped running.
Hey, as soon as the lights out, you know, Pookie and Ray gonna go at it.
Right.
Yeah.
As soon as they open up the refrigerator door, see that the light ain't on, okay, and that food gonna spoil, okay. Hey, you know it's gonna be some terrible times. Like I said, there's some awful times coming.
That's right.
Okay.
That's why Yahushua said, that's why Yahushua said, all these are the beginning of sorrow, just as Yahushua quoted it out of the Apocrypha, man. Okay? So just to let you people know that don't take heed to the warning, these are the beginning of sorrow. So this is just going to be the beginning of what the rest is to come. Okay? And if you going to bug out, hey, if you bugging out now, you fucked in that day, man. You fucked. They're going to cook up everything first. Then he going to cook up his baby. Right. It's going to be cool at first. They're going to have a big ass cookout and eat and everybody.
Yeah.
Then it's going to be hell.
Yeah, you know they going to cut the grill on.
Oh, yeah.
The stove don't work.
So when the candles were down.
Oh shit, how we gonna keep it cool from spoiling? You know, because you ain't got no power, you ain't got no electricity, right?
They don't know about the spices and the herbs,
right.
How to preserve.
Okay. So yeah, you got hell on earth, technically, that's here. Okay.
We'll set up a prayer for you, bro. We teach you right now. We're sorry.
Yeah. Okay, that's what
we got you. We'll set up a prayer. Alright, yeah. Hey, did you finish off the second interest? Did you get the victuals? Should be cheap. So this is Matthew 16:1. The Pharisees also with the Sadducees came and tempting desired him that he would show them a sign from heaven. He answered and said unto them, when it is evening, ye shall say, it will be fair weather, for the sky is red. And in the morning, it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering. O ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky, but can ye not discern the signs of the times?
That's right. So you're looking at the times now. And what's Jake doing, right? Committing nothing but erroneous acts and folly all day long.
Yes.
All night long.
Constant.
Okay. All right. And while you're doing that, they're already setting you up. Already setting you up, all right? It's either going to be death or you take this. They're going to see him chip, all right? And you know what? Millions of you Jakes are going to fold, okay? You're going to take it because you niggas are not used to not eating 3 times a day, all right? You use too much comfort. And the apostle went into a lesson, I believe, earlier this week. He said, you niggas are too comfortable. You've been too comfortable here in Babylon the Great.
That's right. That precept, it say you can discern the times of the skies, man. When you driving on the highway and you see lightning and clouds in the forefront, you can expect some rain to come to you, man. You know what I'm saying? When you driving in your car and you're not getting as much power as you should, that's probably because you need gas in the car, man. But the thing is, here we are in the last days of America, and Jake want to act like it's another more 500 years ago, man. You can't see that this is the end. You should have known this shit was the end when they was killing you niggas in the streets, man. You should have known it was in the end when a quote-unquote black man got choked out with a knee on his neck. Y'all didn't do nothing about it. You went right back to sleep.
Everybody pulled phones out and shit.
Right. Yeah, you put it on World Star, though.
You knew how to prepare yourself when you looked and you saw what kind of day it was going to be. You knew you were going to go out and do some filing, whatever. You were going to take an extra coat because it was going to rain or whatever it is. But now, we in this time and you guys don't know how to take preparation.
That's right.
All right. I got another verse. So yeah, verse 4. A wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there shall no sign be given unto it, but the sign of the prophet Jonah. Right, yeah, it says here, a wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign. But the Lord said, hey, he not gonna give you no signs, you know? Because the Lord gave signs to our forefather Moses, you know, when he showed Israel's power, like the leper's hand. He stuck his hand into his garment, came out. It was white as snow. And he did it again. It went back brown. Okay, his staff, when he threw it down, yeah, it turned to a serpent, and it ate the other serpent. All right, you gonna say something?
Yeah, and another signs of the times they the prophets on the highways and byways, man. Okay. That should let you know that hey, something is coming. Because back then, the prophets were feared, man.
That's right.
Okay? When you saw a prophet come to your city, you're like, hey, you coming to preach peace or preach destruction. Okay? That's how much dread the prophets had. Now, they don't, man, these people don't give a fuck about the prophets, man. But guess what? We gonna have the victory at the end because hey, we won damn knucklehead, damn Negro, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. So guess what? When you see us no longer on these street corners no more, guess what? You would know that a prophet been among you, man.
That's right.
Precept to back it up. Right? This is the book of Isaiah 42, starting at the first verse. It says, "Behold, my servant, whom I uphold, mine elect, in whom my soul delighteth. I have put my spirit upon him. He shall bring forth judgment to the Gentiles. He shall not cry, nor lift up, nor cause his voice to be heard in the streets. A bruised reed shall he not break, and the smoke flax shall he not quench. He shall bring forth judgment unto truth." Okay?
All right, so the whole point being that the Lord has sent his men at this particular time. All right? Let's keep that in mind. Just as the brother said, all right, he had prophets of old to come to your town and warn you. Prophets of